Welcome to the Art of Procurement, the official podcast of the Catalyst Co-community. And our purpose is to enhance the impact of procurement by elevating the discussion one conversation at a time. Here at Art of Procurement, Catalysts come together every single week to share their challenges, ideas, successes, and perspectives on the business of procurement. Hi there, I'm Philip Eidson, and thank you for tuning in to the Art of Procurement today. If you're a regular listener, you'll know that we typically publish an interview every Monday. But this month, we're celebrating Take Action October. So for October only, we're publishing a 5-minute daily micropod to help you take action to elevate the influence and the impact of both yourself and your team. If you're joining us midway through this series, listen to episode 204. That will give you more details on Take Action October and the daily 5-minute podcast. I also explain the concept of a vehicle in that episode, which in my experience is the single most important factor that determines your ability to translate learnings into action. In today's Take Action podcast, I'm going to share a clip from an upcoming episode that I recorded a couple of weeks ago at the SIG Fall Summit with Antonio Humphreys. And Antonio is Senior Manager of Global Procure-to-Pay at Adobe. In this clip, Antonio and I were discussing how to create relationships with global members of our teams.
Communicate in a way that is receptive to them, right? So if it's learning the language, even if it's just small little things, hello, goodbye, thank you, in all those local markets, business cards, when you're learning about all the nuances in operating in Tokyo versus India, when you know everything is very family-like in terms of approach and in terms of when you're being hosted, you know, what are the things that how you should reciprocate in some of those areas, and where's the formality of, you know, establishing those relationships more in the office or potentially a little bit outside the office. Those are all the things that if you come prepared from a cultural perspective, we talk about that as your CQ, your cultural intelligence, super important.
Hi there, it's Phil here again. So this is an area that I've focused on a lot during my career, particularly when I was living in India, leading an internal procurement shared services team. And as part of creating a singular culture between colleagues across continents, we would create training that would introduce others around the world to local topics of interest or local activities. So as an example, I remember writing a training program introducing my American colleagues to the sport of cricket so they could engage in discussions with their peers in India. And so my action item today is actually this. Pick one of the major international locations where you have an office where you're liaising with a number of different colleagues, and just subscribe to email alerts from their local newspaper. Just the act of doing this, you know, to being more informed on what the news of the day is, what the water cooler talk is about, if you like, really helps you integrate more closely with peers across the world. And I can't tell you the impact it has in terms of demonstrating your interest in their locale versus operating on what they may be looking at you as out of your proverbial ivory tower. Thanks for joining me for this special Take Action October podcast from the Art of Procurement. You can check out today's question by going to artofprocurement.com/takeaction2018. If the idea of taking small actions on a regular basis is something that resonates with you, I'd love for you to check out the details of our Procurement Capability Development Program, the Catalysco platform. The Catalysco platform translates dots into lines. So taking individual pieces of learning, insight, validation, and inspiration, and connecting them to coordinated strategies and actions, that's really important, that elevate your influence and your impact. The Catalysco platform helps procurement professionals all around the world become truly trusted advisors. So if that's something that you would like to check out, visit artofprocurement.com/TCP. That's artofprocurement.com/TCP. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another Take Action October daily podcast.